And hello everybody, we're the SpiffyNeedleGeeks, and welcome back to another discussion / reaction to yet another death battle. So last time we covered the death battle between Jotaro Kujo and Kenshiro, but due to some popular reception from that last discussion or reaction, we're gonna tackle the next upcoming death battle between Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. I'm Supersonic407, or Smoky Some Toad, whichever one you prefer. Danny, RoushutsuRises, and because this death battle covers two very iconic characters, why not bring in a big fan of said characters? So with us today, we have our reoccurring guest, Brian Realm Wars.
Sproy's our boy. Sproy's our boy. Sproy's our boy.
And I can already tell who you want to win.
Okay, no, all right, Ryan. I'm just gonna be real here. It's not that I want Spyro to win. He is going to win.
Oh man. Not even a minute. Oh god. Not even a minute in. All right. No, that's great. Okay, but it's like with okay. But I guess that begs the question though. It's like, yeah, like, I mean, we're already gonna, like, the biggest thing that we were gonna go over, like, with this pre-thoughts discussion or whatever, is like, who do you think is gonna win this death battle? But now it begs the question, why exactly? Now keep in mind, folks, as we're going through this little pre-thoughts discussion, we did take some time to go over, like, both previews that ScrewAttack uploaded, the previews for both Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. Like, if you haven't seen the previews, they don't get into, like, complete and full detail on both characters, like, various, like, origins, abilities, and other, attacks or whatever. But it does give you, like, a basic idea on what both of these characters are capable of, like, to a certain extent.
Well, really, the only thing, really, because I remembered when they announced, you know, okay, we got Crash and Spyro, my first thought was, which Spyro? Because as far as I'm aware of, Crash was pretty straightforward. I mean, I know he had a lot of games and everything, but as far as I'm aware of, he didn't get rebooted a bunch of times like Spyro did. So that was my first thought is, are we talking classic Spyro? Are we talking about the first reboot, the one where he's voiced by, Elijah Wood? Or are we talking Skylander Spyro? It's like, which one? Because it's like...
and it was confirmed in the preview that they're going with Legend Spyro, because fuck giving Crash a fighting chance.
Right. Well, and
right.
Yeah, and this is where you know, for me, this is like trying to analyze fucking Kenshiro when I don't know anything about him. I only played the first Legend of Spyro game. I never got around to playing the other two, so I really have no idea about Spyro's full arsenal. So that's where I'm like, I really can't say about
you don't gotta worry about that though, Danny, because I actually have all three games in the trilogy, and I've played and beaten them like more than once.
Yeah, it's like I know I've had like bits of experience with like the first two classic Spyro games, and I know I played the living daylights out of Spyro 3 because I fucking love that Spyro game.
You like
the other
Tony
ones
Hawk.
After? wait, what?
Yeah, you were a big fan of Tony Hawk, and that's why Year of the Dragon was your favorite.
Oh god damn it. But yeah, it's like the games after that, it's like I've seen bits of them, never try my hands on them.
Enter the Dragonfly, you're not missing anything. In fact, fans don't even want to acknowledge its existence.
Yeah, I actually remembered, I think Cat Icarus, he actually made a video about Enter the Dragonfly, because he made a promise to his subscribers that should he ever reach like 1 million subscribers, the next review to celebrate will be the classic Spyro games, because people have demanded that for so long, so he wants it to be special. And, you know, I guess as like a teaser for when he got halfway, he went and reviewed Enter the Dragonfly. And I just remembered, like, you know, he's like, I beat the game in 7 minutes.
Yeah, because you can do that by just glitching through the game.
he glitched his way through the game. So he's like, I beat the game in 7 minutes. This sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, there were other issues too, but that was a big thing that he pointed out. Was like, I should not be allowed to do this.
Yes. Yeah. There were. I know there were like 3 Game Boy Advance games for Spyro. Season of Ice was not a big fan of it, mainly because it was like the only Spyro game where it's like, oh, you got to actually collect everything just to beat the game. And a lot of the things that they ask you to do are just almost ludicrously impossible to do.
It kind of makes me wonder, it's like, considering that this is Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon we're talking about with this next death battle, I kind of makes me wonder if they're going to somehow make some kind of a reference to the crossover of Game Boy Advance games that they made.
Ryan, we don't talk about those either. Alright, remember what Catechris said, just thinking about those games make me vom.
But yeah, it's like going back to like the whole discussion where we were going on about like which version of Spyro that they were gonna reference. It's like, I don't know. To me, that kind of seems off because it's like think about Crash for a moment. Because based on what we saw during the preview, it's like, yeah, of course they showed like the classic Crash Bandicoot, but then they also showed off the Crash that had tattoos.
Well, that's also because those games are also canon, as much as we don't want them to be.
Oh, are they now?
Yeah, like
that makes a lot of sense. Because here I thought those were also like some quote unquote reboots or whatever that went horribly.
Nah, they were just they just gave zero fucks about what they were doing with these games, and like, you know what? Let's just have a game with a bunch of jokes where we only have like a couple of them that are sort of funny.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not kidding you.
And there was like the little ending gag with one of those Crash tattoo games where it's like, holy shit, Crash actually spoke a goddamn word.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's a lot of like really dumb, stupid jokes from like those both games specifically, but like there are maybe like a couple where it's like I'll throw them a bone and be like, that's kind of funny. Like the one scene with Dr. Engine in Crash of the Titans where he has like split personalities and he's talking to himself, and there's this one part where he's like, but Dr. Cortex is our friend. You don't have any friends.
Oh my god.
And of course, the most WTF thing from Crash of the Titans when Dr. Cortex calls Nina a skank.
Oh my god. God. All right, but it's like with those particular games in mind, because I noticed like in the preview for Crash, they got into like they use those games as like certain examples of like Crash's like various like abilities and what he's capable of, like superhuman strength and
the mojo,
like and roundhouse kick. It's like, wait, yeah, mojo. I'm trying to recall. It's like, okay, there's a moment where it's like we see like a buff Crash or whatever. Was that from the same game, or was that from like a cartoon of sorts?
That was from the same game. Like what Mind Over Mutant did with its cutscenes is that each cutscene was animated differently as a means to like be stylized of certain like animation styles. Like there's one cutscene where it looks like it looks like it's drawn to look like Muppet puppets. There's one where, I kid you not, it's done in the style of South Park.
Oh, okay.
And then the one that we saw was obviously to poke fun at anime.
Ah, okay, I see. Cause yeah, it's like when they showed the clip in the Crash preview, that's like with his mojo or whatever, that is like, okay, it's like, yeah, Crash, like, okay, I can only imagine I don't know if he actually looks buff because of said mojo, or if that was like just part of like some kind of gag they were going with here.
That was just done as a joke in the in Mind Over Mutant.
Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, it's like even then, it's like, yeah, it's clearly shown that it's like, yeah, even Crash can maintain like some kind of magical abilities or like harness some kind of energy or whatever. So that being said, though, it's like compared to what we've seen like with the Spyro preview or whatnot, it's like, how do you think all, like, shit like that from Crash would compare to, say, Spyro, for instance?
Well, I mean, I think before, like, I really get into that, because it's like, you know, as I said before, I played the Legend of Spyro games like religiously, because honestly, I think they're really good, despite what some of the fans were originally thinking at first. But you know, that's Spyro fans for you. But it's like the thing about the mojo in both the Crash of the Titans and Mind Over Mutant, they're not really that good at really telling you exactly what mojo does. Like, you get some of the basics of what it can do, like it can enhance your health, it can give Crash, like, extra techniques and such, but you don't really figure out the extent of what it can do. It's like, oh, it can just do these things.
They could, like, it could be, like, just whatever, pretty much. Like, it's like, the abilities for the mojo is, like, completed by random, in a matter of speaking?
Yeah, because, you know, again, they didn't really give any shits about the writing department and just wanted to tell jokes.
Oh, man. Okay, I getcha.
Yeah. And but it's like, you get sort of a general idea of what some of the things that it can do, but it's like, still, at the same time, it's like, you wish they probably would have went into a bit more of like what this stuff can actually do, considering it's such a major point in the whole thing. In fact, it's actually what Dr. Cortex is using to power some of his his newest machine that he's using, and even manipulating some of the Titans that Crash hijacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's like, in essence though, it is, as the preview said, mojo is basically the life energy.
Ah, okay, I see.
In comparison to something like Spyro, though, because like in the Legend of Spyro series, there are a lot of different aspects in terms of like magical abilities that Spyro can access, which honestly is the biggest reason why I think this is just going to end up being a complete curve stomp for Crash.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, because it's like, if memory serves, it's like, yeah, throughout the course of the Legend of Spyro, he ends up saving, like, 4 Dragon Guardians, and each Dragon Guardian basically became like their teachers, in a matter of speaking, yeah, and they taught Spyro in the ways of, like, you know, becoming a dragon.
Well, it's not just that. Like, Danny, you said that you played A New Beginning, which was the first one, right? So you remember how that entire game ended?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cinder basically getting fucking nuked by purple power.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Oh, shit.
Okay, yeah. So, what that actually is, because I actually went a bit of looking up on, like, seeing if exactly that ability had a canon name and whatnot, because not once in either 3 Spyro games is the purple power really told, like, what that actually is. Like, okay, so you know what kind of power it is, you don't know what it's called, though. Apparently, people looked within the coding of the game and discovered that its canon name is Aether. And that is the true elemental power of the purple dragon.
Oh.
And it is awoken once a purple dragon has harnessed the powers of fire, ice, electricity, and earth.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And, hold on, I'm actually gonna bring up a page of it because, it actually does because it also describes the power level of how strong Aether really is.
Oh, okay, alright.
Alright, and, believe me, it's pretty ridiculous. Okay, so, anyway, what it says this is basically the power level for Aether. Aether surpasses all the elements of the realm. Its strength is equivalent of suns, gravity, and the righteous might of passing comets. It is the spiritual matter the very universe is made of, and the true element of the purple dragon of legend.
So, suns, passing comets,
basically, Spyro
gravity.
has a power level equivalent to the fucking universe.
Wow, oh, okay, alright, it's like, alright, okay, I mean, okay, as dumb as this may sound, I had my suspicions of Spyro, you know, like, overpowering Crash, But yeah, I think honestly, in my opinion, that pretty much says it all.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, they said like yeah, Crash has like superhuman strength. Okay, yeah, that's cool. He can take like a bunch of boxes and then just walk it off. But it's like those are fucking boxes, okay? That's nothing. They're fucking boxes, all right? That's nothing compared to like say, you know, how strong, like how powerful Spyro's fucking head could be when he powers through like fucking iron or steel or diamond shaped like made doors, you know.
Fuck that! I'm just gonna drop a universe shaped box on Crash.
The worst kind of box. Yeah, it's like, okay, superhuman strength. It's like, yeah, of course it's gonna be insanely powerful for Crash, but then you have this ability like Aether, for instance. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. It's like, yeah, for what we've gathered, you know, with the kind of training that Spyro, you know, has taken, you know, like after saving like the 4 guardian dragons or whatever, it's like, my thoughts on Spyro winning this death battle, whatever. It's like they're growing much bigger, really.
Yeah,
they really are.
And here's the other thing, Ryan. There's more.
Oh, is there? Oh,
yep, there's
man.
2 different types.
Yeah,
of
and you better hope and pray that they're gonna cover all of this shit with Spyro.
Yeah, because
in that case,
there's 2 different types of Aether. There's light Aether and there's also dark Aether. Which in Eternal Night, which was the sequel to A New Beginning, you actually got to experience using dark Aether when you got to play as Dark Spyro for the final boss against Gull, and when you could unlock it in New Game Plus mode after completing, like, the Dragon Trials mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically, Dark Aether just completely takes over Spyro. He goes from purple to black, his eyes go completely blank, and he just has infinite access to that purple elemental attack. And the way he kills Gull, I am not kidding you, he turns him to stone and then shatters him.
So it's like when Spyro like becomes like Dark Spyro or whatever. It's like, is it like one of those? It's like one of those like tropes or whatever, where it's like someone is consumed by darkness and they just have like they have no control over themselves. Like they become like power hungry monsters or whatever, and you know
that
shit like
happen.
that. Oh, okay, I get you. Although, actually, thinking about it now, it's like if they bring that up, like regarding like the various abilities that Spyro has, it's like honestly, it's like if that does happen, like within the death battle, and it's like we see Dark Spyro, you know, like not like fully thinking things through, like throughout the fight or whatever, just being like completely reckless and shit. Honestly, I don't think it'll either way. I still don't think it'll be that big of an issue because it's like. Okay, there's another really big difference between Crash and Spyro. At least, it's like, unlike Crash, Spyro has a brain.
Yeah, well, the other thing, too, is that Spyro has also been shown to be able to, like, get out of Dark Aether by himself before. The problem is, like, whenever he goes into Dark Spyro, a lot of times he's just overwhelmed with a lot of different emotions, and then once, like, he's calmed down, he goes back.
Right, okay, yeah, much like various other, like, dark side tropes that you see, like, in other, like animes and other shows and whatnot. But yeah, it's like, even with that, it's like, again, it's like, aside from, like Spyro having abilities like fucking Aether or whatever, it's like, yeah, I think another really big disadvantage Spyro has is the fact that it's like, his intelligence level is not the greatest. Granted, he's able to beat Cortex, you know, time and time again.
But Cortex is also dumb.
Well, yeah, that is true as well. But it's like, still, it's like Crash beats Dr. Cortex in Crash 1. But what does he do in Crash 2? He immediately sides with the same person that tried to kill him.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing, and I think ultimately, you know, because again, like, you know, kind of like what happened, you know, as we, you know, predicted with Jotaro versus Kenshiro that it's probably going to boil down to like one or maybe two factors. Like, you know, with Jotaro and Kenshiro, you know, we pretty much predicted like, you know, it's going to be about whether or not Kenshiro could get around Star Platinum, and sure enough he did, so that gave him the win. So I'm predicting, if anything, it's probably going to boil down to how smart these characters are. Because Crash is incredibly powerful, like physically and everything, and I mean, I have no doubts that he can probably take the headbutts and everything. The problem is like, yeah, Crash is fucking stupid. Spyro, on the other hand, granted, he's not super intelligent because Spyro's a child. So, you know, it's not like Crash is going up against like a super genius or anything. He's going up against a child. But even so, Spyro has, you know, shown off, you know, some semblance of at least more intelligence than Crash. So I would think anyway that it would boil down to, you know, yeah, Crash can take a lot of the hits and everything, and, you know, he might be able to counter. But if anything, he's probably going to rely, if anything, on more like blind luck. Spyro, I imagine, would actually try and put some thought like, oh, he countered my headbutt. Okay, let's go try shoot some lightning, or let's try breathing fire. You know, like, Spyro, I think, would actively try to figure out how Crash is fighting and, you know, worm his way around and everything, whereas Crash is he's just gonna barrel through with no thought whatsoever, just because that's just his character. He's not, you know, I mean, they even acknowledged it in the previews and everything. I mean, that is part of Crash's character, is he just barrels through things. He never thinks things through because he's just not intelligent.
Yeah. Well, there's also another thing you also got to consider, too, because this is also another thing that I feel is going to make the match super one-sided, since we're talking about Legend Spyro, because it's the entire gimmick of Eternal Night. Spyro can slow down time.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Okay, here we fucking go. A character that can slow down time.
So Spyro can go Zawarudo now?
Yes! No, here's the best part, though. It's like, oh, I hear the Smash community complain how, oh, Bayonetta uses witch time, then she slows down time for everyone. Here's the thing. She has to dodge at the last minute to activate witch time. Spyro can just pop that shit whenever he wants.
Oh my god. If they implement that in the death battle, it's like, okay, Aether was one thing. Spyro getting, like, enhanced training from the 4 guardian dragons that he saved throughout his adventures. Now slowing down time. Oh, okay, alright. And it's like, and of course, Crash is no Kenshiro and all that shit, where he can survive the time stops or whatever. This is a completely different matchup, obviously enough. So it's like, if they implement Spyro can stop time, I don't know. Considering that's like slowing down time is like one of the most broken powers ever.
And here,
I think that gives Spyro an even more of an advantage on this fight than he already has.
And the other worst part too is because, like, during the boss fight against during the final boss against Gaul in Eternal Night, there was a cutscene that showed where Gaul actually stole all of Spyro's, like, magical abilities. So he couldn't use fire, he couldn't use electric, he couldn't use ice, he couldn't use earth, you couldn't use any of your magic during the first phase of the fight against Gaul. You can still use Dragon Time, though!
Oh my god. So, okay, so if one thing led to another, and somehow Crash would say, I don't know, where it was able to, like, hinder Spyro in a matter of speaking, I don't know how, but let's say hypothetically speaking, of course, right. You know, yeah, it's like, if Crash were to hinder Spyro in some way, he would, like, Spyro would still be able to use that slow down time ability as like a scapegoat in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh no, I can't use my magical powers anymore. Good thing I can still slow down time.
Okay, alright. Yeah, it's like, okay, don't get me wrong, I love me some Crash Bandicoot and all of that, but okay, yeah, I think it, okay, with Jotaro and Kenshiro, it was at one hand it was a really tough call in a way, but at the same time though, you know, it was just like what happened with when Danny and I did the initial reaction and shit, you know, it was at the same time rather predictable in a way. This, it's like, okay, there is no doubt in my mind. I think Spyro's gonna take this one.
It's like, I think ScrewAttack hate Crash.
Oh God.
But no, it's like, I mean, I love Crash Bandicoot as well. Like, I love his games too. Like, I love the first 3 games. Wrath of Cortex, I still have it, even though like it's not amazing, but it's still a nice game from aim to play like here and then. But it's like the minute they stated specifically we're going with Legend Spyro, I'm like, dude, that's not even fair. It's not even fair.
The battle's already won. Whatever.
Yeah, so actually,
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and if I may actually make another random little prediction. So one thing that I know with the Kenshiro and Jotaro battle that Ryan and I were very pleasantly surprised about was having Joseph Joestar doing the colored commentary with the English.
Oh my God.
So I mean, it's like, you know, at this point, it's like, you know, oh, Kenshiro won and everything. It's like, no, the real winner here is Joseph Joestar.
Yes.
But so it's like, you know, okay, so we both know that both Spyro and Crash have their own little sidekicks and everything, you know. Crash with was it Aku
and Spyro with Sparks.
And I'm just going to randomly predict Sparks is gonna die.
Oh no!
Because I mean, you know, because Aku's just a floating mask and everything, but it's like I kind of get that prediction just because it's like, you know, Spyro, his shield is the dragonfly, so
well,
it's like
not in the Legends game.
Oh, it's, I suppose.
Yeah, in the Legends game, he has his own health bar.
Yeah. Either way, he's still gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm just
let's say I honestly didn't even put that into consideration. I'm just going to think that like maybe this battle's gonna play out like, you know, they're pretty evenly matched. Maybe Crash starts to get the upper hand, and then Sparks takes a hit, ends up getting killed or seriously wounded, and that's gonna piss Spyro off to no end. He's gonna go Dark Spyro, and all bets are off.
Actually, no. Well, you want to know? I was sort of thinking, like, how exactly they're gonna start the match, though, and now that you were bringing up, like, Sparks and Aku, I think the funniest way that could get the two to fight, Crash accidentally gets Sparks eaten by a frogweed, like in A New Beginning, and then Spyro gets so pissed that he lights Aku on fire, and that's why they're fighting.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's like, that is to say, you know, if that's how they're gonna start off the fight, and they're not gonna use... Like, they're not going to implement, like, the little partners or whatever in this fight. Because, yeah, I never put that into consideration. Like, if they are going to use, like, whatever, like, extra moves that Crash can use with Aku,
well,
and how they can implement Sparks with Spyro in the fight.
Right, well, because Aku at least, like, you know, yeah, Aku can take hits for Crash as well. But, I mean, that's like... You know, even with the classic Crash games and everything, I mean, it's like, yeah, you collect a bunch of the Aku masks, he does get temporary invincibility.
Yeah.
It's like, Sparks, as far as I'm aware of, like, you know, again, I didn't really notice this or anything in the Legends games or anything, but Sparks really doesn't have a means to counter that or anything. You know, so that's where it's Sparks is gonna be the fucking casualty here.
Yeah. If that were the case, it's like, essentially, all Sparks can do, as far as I'm aware, is just eat butterflies to regain his health, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I do not recall, you know, Sparks like having similar abilities to Aku, unless if I'm missing something.
No, he doesn't.
Knowing my scrubbery with. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, okay. So, but even if that was like a big factor in the not a big factor. Even if they did implement that in the fight or whatever, it's like considering like considering like what Spyro is capable of after like his adventures in The Legend of Spyro, and even with like Crash's superhuman strength and abilities from Crash on Titan and the Crash tattoo games or whatever, and even his vast arsenal, like his mechs or like the Wampa fruit cannon or whatever. It's like, I don't know. It's like I think Spyro pretty much outmatches Crash in this case.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too about if you're considering like Sparks and Aku Aku, I think at that point you got to ask yourself if they count as outside help, because what you got to remember is Death Battle doesn't allow outside help.
Oh, okay.
Like that's one of their rules. Like it's strictly one-on-one battles between two characters. They can't get assistance unless they specify that they're going to be bringing in other people, like Snake versus Sam Fisher. Like, they specifically stated, like, they're going to be having these guys be, like, their intel unit, and that's why they were included in the death battle.
Okay.
Alright, but okay, yeah, with all things considered, I think we pretty much covered, like, as much as we needed to cover, like, on what we know so far. So now it's all a matter of, like, getting into the actual death battle, figuring out exactly what they're gonna bring to the table, like, in regards to Spyro's abilities, because it's like, yeah, it's like, if Spyro is capable of a lot of these abilities or whatever, that is like, I would like to imagine they would bring that to our attention. You know, Aether, Dark Spyro, all these other, like, massively powerful moves that, again, in my opinion, are at a completely different league compared to the kind of stuff that Crash is capable of.
Spyro can fucking Zawardo.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I guess that being said, stay tuned within just a few seconds, because now's the time for us to jump into the death battle between Crash and Spyro. We'll see you guys then.
Yep, see you then. Sproy's our boy! Sproy's our boy! Sproy's our boy!
The early 1990s played host to one of the biggest battlegrounds the world had ever seen. The Console Wars. Nintendo.
Oh God, no! The worst moment in history. The war between Nintendo and Sega were just so great, it caused nuclear warfare.
It had to. Crash Bandicoot, the mutated marsupial from Down Under. And Spyro the Dragon, the powerful purple hero of the Dragon Realm. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, okay, thank God this is 3D animated.
I mean, I've seen the sprites for, like, Crash and Spyro. I don't know how well they'd be able to, like, actually edit them to translate well into a death battle animation.
Yeah, I don't know. Something tells me is like, I mean, okay, well, on one hand, I would like to say, you know, it would probably be really limited when it comes to sprites, but then again, these sprite animators for death battle, they are talented motherfuckers, and they are just that good on making custom sprites.
Yeah, world.
With the Evolvo Ray, Cortex did successfully mutate it into a powerful beast.
Also, one thing that I didn't even think about, you know, when we were doing our pre-thoughts, is like, okay, let's think of it in a way as if we were to say, I don't know, use logic from like a Smokey Bear and a dog. You have a Bandicoot and a dragon. Who do you think would win?
I mean, that was the reasoning for Bucky O'Hare and Star Fox.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is also true, yes.
Are excellent jumpers, similar to their marsupial cousin, the kangaroo. He's got superhuman strength and can take a big hit and just keep on going, like an Energizer Bunny of pain. Crash can double jump in midair, sliding,
and his tacky as fuck tattoos.
To boost his speed. He's also tapped into Mojo, a magic substance that's basically life energy, to enhance his battle techniques. He's got his Norris Roundhouse and Triple Dragon, but his favorite move is the Cyclone Spin. He can even give this move a boost for the Death Tornado technique.
though this can leave him dizzy and prone to counterattacks. Still, these...
Oh, right, yes, I remember them saying that in the preview.
Oh, why does she look like that? She's like really hot, but also not at the same time? I'm really confused.
Me too,
While
Boomstick.
Crash's natural abilities were enough to save her, his future battles with Cortex would require more sophisticated tools.
Yeah, like
Again, when you really think about it, none of these other, like, the battle with Cortex and Crash 2 would not have happened if Crash were to use his fucking brain. Well, whatever brain he has. Let's be real.
Easily attainable form of ammunition. Wampa fruits.
the same kind of fruit shooter that's on his power loader suit from Alien. I mean, this completely generic-looking mech.
But why? I can't imagine it's a particularly effective projectile.
I don't know, Wiz. Remember that time I shot you with my potato gun? You were stuck in a coma for like a month.
Wait, what? You told me I lost that month because my time travel wristwatch finally worked.
Well, where's Crash getting all this cool tech? He can't be building it all himself. He's pretty dumb.
They're all thanks to his kid sister, Coco, who's 10 times the inventor Cortex is. But Crash isn't really dumb. He just lacks...
So can we expect Coco to somehow make an appearance in this if she's providing him all the gear?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this goes back to the whole side help factor that we brought up during our pre-thoughts.
Yeah, because it's like if Crash is getting side help, then that would mean Spyro would need to have that too to make it even.
Yeah, and just like what we established is like Sparks can't really do much, like as far as I'm aware. So yeah, so in a way it's like if they were to add in side help in a way, yeah, it wouldn't be a fair fight, I think.
Trouble, but not always.
I mean, unless they decide to throw in Cinder.
Dimensions on his own, but can't
Right.
crash very far at all.
This is as far as I can take us. We'll have to fight our way to the robot's interior and save your sister.
Well, perhaps his fatherly intuition is kicking in, encouraging Crash to learn from his own mistakes and become his own man, or Bandicoot.
I don't like that slab that Crash is on. I'm getting Game of Thrones flashbacks. Trust me, Ryan, you don't want to know.
Brother Crunch over his head. Since Crunch is at least twice as big as Crash, that would mean Crash's strength is similar to the world's best powerlifters.
His cyclone attack
Ooh,
can generate this large boulder and throw it so hard it shatters on impact. Comparing its size to Crash.
Wait, would you even consider that throwing?
Tomato.
Sure, why not? Oh,
That's
my
how
God.
Crash throws things.
He holds up after taking 112 falling wooden crates to the face.
Huh. Where do they all come from?
How do you miss that many boxes?
Like it didn't even happen.
Your name is Darkside Phil?
Crash has endured an
Oh, God. No. Wait.
Their size could potentially level a city block. And with the help of Aku Aku, he even survived a crash landing from outer space.
What the heck?
Okay, alright. Going into the whole, like... Wait.
Similar to the space shuttle's typical re-entry, which means the force of its collision would be equivalent to more than 2 million tons of TNT.
Wait, but why didn't Aku Aku...
Wait. So let me get this straight. Crash was able to survive a crash landing like that?
You know what you did.
With Aku Aku's help?
But what's the saying? Any crash you can
Oh,
walk away from, Plus, give it to
right.
for crashes
Okay, because I was literally about to say it's like kind of makes me wonder exactly like
Crash isn't perfect, but
what
with
kind of
amazing
endurance
abilities
Spyro
and
has in
mojo,
this case.
He's saved the whole world many times over.
Cause it's like if Crash can take that much punishment like without Aku Aku's help, then it's like I don't know.
Yeah, he can survive. He can survive. You know, re-entry from space. But he still dies from like a giant bear. So it's like, you know,
Right.
I know it's game logic, but still.
Dragon born every 10 generations, destined to be a hero.
Then again, it's like it's like considering like the arsenal of magic that Spyro has at his disposal. It's like I don't know. I still have my suspicions about Spyro taking this one.
I mean, I do recall in Dawn of the Dragon when you did fight against Malefor, the final phase against him, you fought him in the center of the fucking earth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Wild fan theories aside.
And yet, he was able, and yet he got out of there unscathed.
No, not
if
just
I'm
that,
not
but he
mistaken.
put the world back together.
Oh shit.
Okay, why do so many
Okay, all right.
throwing babies into rivers? That's
So
never
now,
a good idea.
so now it's like, oh god damn it.
And even without fellow dragons around, Spyro
Hey,
grew
Danny,
up to be
what if
free
this ends like
and
Blanca vs. Pichu and Spyro just eats Crash?
Oh, that'd be great.
But not his wings. Not yet. Without a dragon's parentage, Spyro remained mostly grounded during his childhood.
But he got pretty good at using his head. Like the fun way, not the brainy stuff. You do not want to be on the other end of his charge attack.
Yeah, if it's if witnessing his charge attack, breaking through all those steel doors was not enough.
Into a bit of monkey
You know.
business, and in desperation, Spyro unexpectedly breathed fire. This was Spyro's first hint that he was adopted.
You mean he thought he
I love that. I love that face.
I do too.
think of a few other hints like, I don't
Next
know,
time on the Maury Show.
It's like, how did that face not become a meme?
Spyro to go on a
We
journey
shall
in
make
search
it
of
a
his true
meme.
home among other dragons. Oh, and Sparks tagged along to help find treasure and protect his dragon brother from harm.
Not like he needed it. He's the chosen one, bitch. He's got a bunch of awesome dragon powers.
As a
Oh,
purple
yup, there's
dragon,
Aether
Spyro
and
was
Dragon
not
Time.
limited to
Oh,
defeat
yep, there we go.
We got it, folks.
Yep, you got it. Wait, and Dragon Time, right?
Yup.
Oh, God. Well, oh, man. Yeah, okay, alright. See, oh, man. Okay, yes, Crash may have, certain, arsenal of, mechs, superhuman strength, freaking, oh, man, but, I don't know. But it's like, yeah, you get all of that shit with Spyro. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wait, they're bringing up Dragon Kata?
his reactions.
Wait.
That's not even
Dragon-
in the Legends games. That's from Shadow Legacy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
That was from Shadow Legacy.
It's Aether.
No, stupid. Everyone calls it convexity.
Purple dragons like Spyro can use a mysterious energy. that is
Wait,
essentially
so
the spiritual
in that case, there's a
life
little
force
bit of
Well, it's never
inconsistency there,
Well,
right?
I guess some of the combat within it is similar to what you could do in Shadow Legacy, so I guess they're just doing it for convenience sake.
Don't convex me, Wiz.
Okay, alright.
Ether is an extremely powerful element which binds the fates of the living and the dead. With Ether,
I mean, I guess it makes sense because the people who made Legend of Spyro also did Shadow Legacy, so I guess they just decided to make the connection there.
Isn't that the
Oh, I see.
around at light speed for all sorts of sciencey stuff?
Yes, they're particle accelerators with a moving photon beam containing 362 megajoules of energy.
Yeah, I said that.
This beam can slice through a human skull in a nanosecond. Just like
Oh,
what happened to
shit.
scientist Anatoly Zagorski when he stuck his head
A
in
nanosecond? Oh, okay. Alright,
Spyro
goddamn.
is Jesus.
It's like, okay, yeah, Crash can, with Aku-Aku's help, he can survive a goddamn explosion, so goddamn massive. It's like, yeah, we got atoms in this, we got atomic power in this bitch. I can slice through skulls in a nanosecond.
Sun surged through my body.
Just imagine if that beam was the size of Spyro's super breath.
Oh,
You don't need to.
God, oh, okay, there's Dark Spyro.
Yep, and their skull shattered into stone.
such as
Yes.
fellow Dragon Cinder of Malfor's corruption.
Is he shooting ghosts at her? What kind of magic were they smoking when they came up with that?
But Ether is dependent on balance
Crack
between
and
light
cocaine.
dark. Should a purple dragon fall prey to their own anger and hatred, they risk being consumed by dark ether, or nether, transforming into a blackened, rage-filled form.
Telling
yeah,
you,
I figured as much.
You just gotta kill Sparks, and that'll unleash the Dark Dragons.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you, that's how you gotta do it.
By dark ether, he cannot return to his old self on his own. But with friends like Sparks and Cinder at his side, he's always found his way back.
Never!
Oh, so he needs help from his friends to break out of Dark Ether. No, hold on. Wait, Brian, did you say in the pre-thoughts that he could break out of Ether on his own?
Well,
like Dark Ether?
Well, sort of. Like the cutscene where he was able to do it on his own, Cinder did calm him down.
Okay.
So I'm electricity-proof too? I knew my scales were impenetrable, but now this?
Wait, hold on. Now they're using they're referencing Skylanders?
I think they're just using that for like clip's sake and such.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, because it's like the thing is that I think that sometimes they'll just use clips as a means to show an example of something, not so much to be like, oh, this is like canon to the character.
Weigh over 400,000 tons, assuming a.
Oh, okay. I getcha.
The golem must have hit with at least 1.9 million tons of force.
Oh, there's Iblis.
Damn.
Fucking stalked me throughout all of Dawn of the Dragon.
One last time to literally pull the exploding planet back together.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, where were you in Sonic Unleashed, dude?
Actually, which
could have saved us a shitload of time.
Which came first, this or Sonic Unleashed?
We'd have to look that up later, but you know, I want to say it's because Spyro finally got the vacation he wanted.
Because somebody clearly ripped somebody off.
Oh my god, I love how they use the end, like a portion of the ending from Spyro 3. Oh my god, it was great.
Here we go.
Mushrooms!
Pasta?
Macaroni!
Pasta!
Pancakes!
God damn it! Wait, Blue Apron is now serving breakfast. What?
So, what's in today's dish? Bandicoot. Oh.
Garnish with Firefly.
I want to eat your dragon.
Candy dragon wings.
Candy dragon wings? Oh god. It's like they're like huge 1 pound gummies that are in the shape of dragon wings.
No, like you actually like submerge the dragon wings in like sugar and everything, like, you know, sugar syrup, and you like candy it, like, you know, like a candied orange zest.
Yeah.
Why, hello there, YouTube. What? Oh, shit. Okay,
right,
here we go. Here we go. Wow. Look at that squash and stretch. I love it. Like, nearly 10 seconds in, oh my god. They're already nailing Crash's animation like spot on. Wait. Oh god!
Oh god!
Oh my god! Danny called it! Danny fucking called it! Oh fuck! And then Spyro turns into Dark Spyro. Oh shit!
I fucking called that shit in the pre-thoughts! I told you there was gonna be a casualty!
Oh
I mean, I'm sure it's okay,
God.
Spyro. Look, Sparks is just blue right now.
No, you just need a butterfly.
Wait, oh god, they brought in Aku Aku. Oh, and there he goes.
Yep.
So I guess I'm right to assume that's like the only time we're gonna see Aku Aku, seeing as how, you know, once he takes a hit with Aku Aku on hand, then the only way he could get Aku Aku is if he got another crate, which something tells me that's more than likely not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the no crates around.
Look at this running animation. It's like, holy shit. It's so good. Oh, shit. He's bringing in the alien mech. Oh, shit.
Get away from my mask, you bitch!
Whoa.
Wait a sec, was that a fruit?
Yes.
Let's play some Splatoon, bitches.
I was gonna say, it's like... Because I know it was fruit splatter, but it was almost like an ink splatter there. Oh, shit. Rocks! Oh my god.
Here come the rocks.
Rock's best weapon!
Strike!
Oh, God damn it!
He's got his little helicopter. He's got a little helicopter doodad.
These things. Oh, shit. Oh.
Ow, my face.
Am I right to assume that was the roundhouse kick?
Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
It's
Oh,
no
here
Oh,
we go.
man. Oh, shit. But it's like, oh, no. It's like, if Crash is still able to get into the fight or whatever, then it's like, wait, oh, shit. Wait, what's gonna happen? Oh, shit. What? Oh, come on. Oh. Okay, never mind.
Nobody messes with me, pal.
Wow. Wow.
Yes!
Okay, not even Aku can stop that. Oh,
Yes!
shit. And he didn't even have to use Dragon Time. God damn.
That's what I was like half expecting. Was like, okay, you got Aku coming in, like either to teleport him out or to take the hit, and then it's like Spyro would have been like, nope, fuck that shit, and he's gonna stop time and shit.
Yeah.
Boulder, Crash was actually stronger than Spyro, and both of them had survived impacts worth around 2 million tons of force. How convenient! It's almost like they planned this all along.
To be fair,
God damn it.
However, both of them had shown durability, which far exceeded much of their attack capability.
So even with his gadgets, Crash really didn't have a good way to hurt Spyro very much. But the funny thing is, Spyro didn't have many attacks that could firmly hurt Crash either. They were both just...
Yeah, I mean, I guess? I don't know.
At an atomic level.
It's like, yeah, combat-wise, like physical combat-wise, like, probably not. But, yeah, I mean, for God's sake, with all this atomic magic bullshit, it's like, I don't think that really even matters.
Yeah.
If you want to get the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link below.
Oh, man.
So what's the next fight?
Well, let me see.
Hang on.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
I want Pit to win. I want Pit to win because fuck Square Enix.
My God, okay, you know what? I didn't expect to do, like, multiple of these, like, in one go, but, Pit was one thing, then there's Sora. Oh, BJ!
Oh, boy.
And Brandon.
Time to get the Kingdom Hearts talking here.
Yes, oh my God. But it's like, oh my God, what? Okay, I mean... Honestly, not a whole lot, like, not as much happened as I expected, but the fight was still done very well. I mean, you heard me earlier, like, even before the fight even started, it's like, the moment I saw, like, how they handle, like, Crash's, like, animation, like, with his running animation, jumping, even the squash and stretch of, like, him doing the belly flop, I'm just like, okay, clearly these guys knew what they were doing when animating this. And it even showed throughout the rest of the fight.
Yeah, that's where, honestly, like, for me, I was like, it was like I said, I was kind of half expecting, like, Crash to pull out, like, some really last-minute thing, because, not for nothing, that was, as opposed to Kenshiro and Jotaro, which looked pretty even, until, like, Kenshiro got around Star Platinum and got that one touch in on Jotaro and everything, but other than that, they were pretty even. This was pretty one-sided. I mean, it was pretty clear that, Spyro was just hauling ass. It's like, I was half expecting, like, at last minute, Crash was going to pull something out that either, like, would have gotten him the win, or at least would have done some kind of, like, real serious damage to him. Or like when we saw like the Aku mask come in, I thought like, okay, he's either gonna get like, teleport away from the ether, and then that's gonna give Spyro the opportunity to use the the time stop, or he's just gonna take the hit. Like basically it would have opened up another opportunity. And no, that didn't happen. So that's where I was just like, I mean, it's like, I get where they're coming from and everything, but it's like, at the same time, I mean, I was like, God damn, that really was fucking one-sided. I mean, it's like, I really, it's like, I really feel bad for the people that are like, you know, the hardcore Crash fans that were really pulling for him to win. Because it was like I said, you know, with Jotaro and Kenshiro, it could have gone either way, really. I mean, that's what we were thinking until Kenshiro got that hit in, and then we were like, oh, that's it. But this was like, Crash had no chance. It was like, what the fuck? Like, this wasn't even a fight. This was torture. This was capital punishment.
I mean, that's why I was even saying, like, in the pre-thoughts, the fact that they were using Legend Spyro, it's like, no, he's going to win this.
I too have to feel kind of bad for Crash in a way too, because it's like, I love Crash. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love Crash, and I love Spyro. Yeah. But then it's like, oh, okay, wow, goddamn. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had a feeling Spyro was going to win from the get-go with his vast arsenal of, like, atomic magic and other abilities at his disposal, as opposed to, like, Crash's superhuman strength, other physical combat techniques, and, hell, even his mojo technique or whatever. It's like, I don't know. Wait, actually, come to think of it, it's like, hold, I don't know if I missed it or what. Did Crash even tap into his mojo at all?
The thing about mojo is that, you know, Crash didn't really have, like, super special, like, amazing techniques to use with it. He just got, like, extra combat abilities from it.
Oh, okay,
so,
all
like,
right.
A lot of, like, his melee combat is, like, that's a lot of it from, a lot of that is just from mojo.
Oh,
yeah, to which Spyro's just looking
at
that and he's like, yeah, that's cute. I have a fucking Atom Smasher.
That can split your skull in a fucking nanosecond. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. And yeah, it's like, I mean, look, I was just dicking around. I was just dicking around about the sparks!
Now you know how I feel, Danny! How does it feel?
I was joking!
It's like, I was just being a stupid bitch! Come on!
How does it feel?
And then it's like, not even, it was like 15 seconds, like, even before the fight even started, Danny, you fucking said it, Sparks was gonna be the first casualty of this fight.
It's like, the fight didn't even begin! And he died! I was like, what the shit?
You did this to him!
You're the reason Crash lost, Danny.
Oh okay. Man, that was fucking great.
Okay,
oh my god.
Let's tap into the psychic Danny bitch powers again. Pit will win. Pit will win.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I get the feeling that with Sora and Pit, it's like either it's gonna be one-sided or it's gonna be kind of like Jotaro and Kenshiro, where it's like something tells you it's gonna be like really, really close.
No, you see, then
again, I'm not. It's like, unfortunately, as of right now, I'm not like completely familiar with Sora's abilities from Kingdom Hearts, and my memory is very vague when it comes to the vast arsenal of abilities and weapons that Pit has at his disposal.
Yeah, I can tell you, you know, like Sora, he's got all the different drives, so he's got all the forms and everything. He's got, you know, the basic Final Fantasy magic and stuff, you know, the typical stuff. Now, I guess it depends on how far into the series are they going with.
Well, I mean, I guess with all things considered, I guess that's just something we'll just have to wait and see on. So, ladies and gentlemen, based on this turn of events with the next matchup with the death battle, I guess it's safe to say we're gonna be tackling the next death battle. So be sure to tune in next time as we do yet another pre-thoughts discussion and a live reaction to the next upcoming death battle between Sora and Pit. We will see you guys then.
Pit will win. Pit
the
will win.
The only thing left to say at this point is, Sproy's our boy! Sproy's our boy! Sproy's our boy!
Oh my god, what the fuck are we doing with our lives?